All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down there rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video February 22nd, 2024, update on the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Alright, and Lord Wills, brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from the News Weekly, and it says 911 outage nationwide as emergency systems crash for millions. Alright, and right now as we speak, even my phone right now isn't working. You have cell phone companies experiencing a major outage. All right, and it's all over the place, all over mainstream media, all over social media, all over alternative media. Everybody's talking about it. All right, and again, this one right here really caught my eye. Again, it says 911 outage nationwide as emergency systems crash for millions. All right, and we all know what's going on with the migrant crisis, and this uptick in crime that's been going on lately, which really crime and violence has risen up in the land um like crazy these last few years. But this year and going back into last year, all right, we've seen a major uptick with violence, in the land of Babylon. And not just in Babylon, all over the globe, but mainly here in the land of Babylon. All right, and now you got this 911 outage. All right, and if it continues on, let's say it continues on up until Monday. All right, because the outage has been for a while. My phone's been out for a while. All right, but the Wi-Fi is still working. That's crazy. The Wi-Fi is still working, but the my phone is out. I can't call or text anybody that doesn't have an iPhone. All right, but yeah. So imagine if this goes on for another 3 days. All right, and 911 isn't working. All right, things like this is what Jacob's trouble consists of. All right. So I'm reading a little bit of the article. It says AT&T customers are unable to make necessary 911 calls to operators in an emergency after a major power outage. Right, so purses could get snatched today, people could get robbed today. All right, and I believe today was the a lot of people received their tax refunds. So people have money, have some money in their pocket today. All right, and 911 isn't working. We can see a lot of purses snatched because people are going to be out there spending money. We could see people getting robbed. All right, today, depending on how long this outage lasts. All right, and then also you got people that are sickly, people that need to make emergency calls for the paddy wagon or the ambulance or whatever, and can't make those calls. All right, so it says the context outage tracking website detector said there are over 30,000 report of outages by 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. It says AT&T told News Weekly in a statement via email that it was aware of the situation and was working to resolve it. Some of our customers are experiencing wireless service interruptions this morning. We are working urgently to restore service to them. The company said we encourage that the users of Wi-Fi calling until services is restored. And like I said, it's crazy because Wi-Fi is still working. And I believe in that Obama movie. Um, I can't remember now. I know the phones and stuff wasn't working. I can't remember it not. I think the internet and all that was down, but just the power was still on. If I ain't mistaken, in that movie, I can't remember if the Wi-Fi was still on, and I don't think it was still on. If I ain't mistaken, I believe all communications was down, but the power was still on. The lights and refrigerator and all that was still on. All right. So it says outages have been reported across the country in Texas, Florida, New York, and California, right from the south to the east coast to the west coast. Um, After reports over carriers have been affected, network providers Verizon told News Weekly in a statement over the phone that customers experiencing issues this morning will call or text with customer service by another carrier. We continue to monitor the situation. It says T-Mobile told Newsweekly in via email, "We did not experience an outage. Our network is operating normally. Down detectors is likely reflecting challenges our customers. We're attempting to connect to users on other networks." The city of Metro, and I don't have any one of those carriers. All right, I use Net 10. Mine is down. All right, but I think Net 10 is with Verizon, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah, I think it's with Verizon, so it makes sense now. Now that I think about it, so it says the city monitor in Ohio said, "Attention, all AT&T customers. Please be advised that all AT&T lines are down, and that all texts and calls to non-emergency and emergency lines are not going through. Please seek alternatives." Let me read that part again. It says, "Please be advised that all AT&T lines are down, and that all texts and calls to non-emergency and emergency lines are not going through. Please seek alternatives." All right, so yeah, so that's just it. That right there just said enough. Let's just go on this one real quick. This one says people are begging to. Okay, it says police beg people to stop calling 911 during nationwide outage. The Massachusetts State Police is urging people to stop calling 911. So people are calling. Again, people are sick. People might need the ambulance. There could be car wrecks. People could be getting robbed. Their house broken into, and they're telling people to stop calling them. And again, these are the things that Jacob's Trouble consists of. All right, and it might come back on today. I'm sure it will. Lord will, it don't come back on today, but Lord will, it's out for the next 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days, or next week it's out. But one day this is actually going to happen. The 911 isn't going to work. All right, and when it's down, it's going to stay down. All right, it says people to stop calling 911 for their cell phones unless they have a true emergency. All right, so people just be calling for anything, and what do they dictate as a what do they consider Salakia as a true emergency? All right, it's what they consider as a true emergency. But let's go back. These are the things that Jacob's Trouble consists of, man. All right, power outages, the lights going out, 911 service is not working. All right, like we just read right there. It said that none of them are going through. All right, and these are the things that Jacob's Trouble consists of. All right. And again, Lord will, shit stay off, man. This place is going down, and a major event is about to take place. All right, which is going to shake things up. All right, and who knows? This could be it. Again, it could be down for some time, and they say, "Oh, it's a major cyber attack. We can't figure it out," and they be down for a few weeks, and they blame it on the boogeyman that they created. All right, and things just continue to escalate from there. Then that goes down, then the banking system goes down, and then it could be a domino effect. All right, and again, Lord will it is, but we just gotta wait, sit back, watch, and wait and see. But this is beautiful, man. This is gorgeous. All right, you gotta love this. All right. So let's get Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. Right? Who's the he? The elect. All right. And again, these are some of the things. 911 not working. That's something that Jacob's trouble consists of. That's what's going to happen when the day of Jacob's trouble kicks off. All right. 911 outages. All right. Um. So on and so forth. Spoiling one another with the sword, looting. You know, um, martial law troops in the streets. All right. And again, with services being down and people not being able to make calls, all right, again, like that other article said, they're telling people to stop calling unless it's a real emergency, what they deem as a real emergency. You might have a real emergency, but if they look at it and say, if they receive the call and say, well, that's not a real emergency, handle it yourself, all right? But it could be a real deal emergency. So it's whatever they determine as a real deal emergency. All right, but again, things happen, man. Wrecks happen. People are trying to call. Get the ambulance out. Again, people have money. People purses. A lot of purses could be snatched today. A lot of people's house could be broken into today. All right, because they can't make calls to the law. All right, this is Luke chapter 17, verse 27. Verse 27. They did eat and they did. Let me start at verse 26. St. Luke chapter 17, verse 26. As it was in the days of Noe, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat and they drank and they married wives and they were given into marriage. Right, business as usual. All right, just like yesterday. Yesterday the phone lines worked. It was all everything was all good. See how quick things can change. And again, this is all over the place. Everybody's talking about this, and everybody's in a panic about it because they say people can't go. What is it? 5 seconds, 6 seconds, or something like that if they're sitting down without looking at their phone. All right, something like that. It says they were given into marriage until the day that Noe entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. Right. So again, it was business as usual, and then one day life changed, just like in the days of our forefather Noah. They were chilling, marrying, doing the thing, and then eventually what happened? It started raining, and we're living in that same scenario or whatever. All right, we're one major event away from everything just changing, life just changing. All right, for the worse in Babylon the Great. All right. So again, this is kind of this is what it's not kind of it is a big deal if 911 ain't working. All right, which how many times have the elders and brothers said wait until 911 don't work for the nigga woman out there. All right. So Lord will, the Most High, continues to stir things up and make the situation worse. All right, Lord willing. All right, and just for sake, check out the front page of the Drudge Report before I close up. Cell phone outages hit AT&T network. Verizon, T-Mobile affected. 911 crashes. World is ending. World is ending. Solar flare map. Let's click on that real quick. I ain't click on that. AT&T down with iPhone stuck in SOS. Someone save me mode as people say world is ending. It shows how much people hold near and dear to their hearts their phone. All right, they can't go without it, man. All right, these people are saying the world is ending. Someone save me mode as people saying the world is ending. All right, scripture say the earth will abide forever. Esau's kingdom is going to end. All right, but it ain't gonna happen today. Lord willing, things just get, all hell could, something major could happen from this, continue to happen from this. But Babylon the Great is not going to be destroyed today because the Quran has yet. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadashi. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom to your elect.